Hobbit Hut video. End of week 12, start of week 13. It's kind of cold out, a little bit of snow on the ground. No work done outside really this week. The garbage truck will be here on Tuesday, and we'll get rid of all the junk in the back there, so it'll be nice to have that gone. We've had some people here this week that took all the wood and all kinds of gear that we had left over. Not much left there. People come pick it all up and take it away. It saves me a whole bunch of trouble. We removed all the hardwood flooring this week and put it outside, and it all went away. So that was about a ton of hardwood that we don't have to pay to get rid of. A lot warmer inside than it is outside. Lots of stuff happened, so you can see right away that the hardwood's all gone. Now I've had to paint the floor because it smelled really bad. So there's 2 coats of paint on it now, and I'm still going to put one more on before we go ahead and do any more work with it. But the floor's in pretty good shape. You can see, here and down at the end of the hall that the stains are just bleeding right through. But I picked up another gallon of special paint that should get it fixed. Anyway, we've got paint on the ceiling, paint on the walls, 2 coats on the walls, plus primer, 2 coats of paint on the walls, primer and 2 coats of paint on the ceiling. So let me move around here so you can see how it looks. Fireplace, put some drapes up because everybody wants to look in and see what's going on. We got the cabinets delivered on Friday, and I started installing those. I did the cork floor installation yesterday, so there's the gives you a good shot of the cork floor there. And like I say, the cupboards are going in now. So the cupboards are a brand new color called oregano. It has a green tint with kind of a brown in the background, which is one of the reasons why we have the color on the walls. It has a gray tone in it as well, so it works with the stone from the fireplace, so you can get a good look at it right there. So anyway, finishing stuff is really starting to come. Mostly this week, outside of the painting being done, because my painter Georgette was here for 3 of the 5 days doing paint work. I was downstairs working on the basement, so took the time to start working on framing. I had a company come in and spray foam all the rim joists, which you can see there, all the blue. They spray that all in, which really cut down on a lot of the drafts that were happening. It's never been insulated down in the basement here, so this is a first. And then what I've started to do, and which I'm halfway done, I've got the framing all the way around the perimeter, and I'll go right past the stairs here. And I've got the framing run all the way around, so 1/2 of it's done. And then when that's done, it's pulled 1 inch or so off the wall. And then what will happen is, once it's all done, the insulators will come back, and then they'll spray foam the 2x4s and the wall all together, and that really adds a ton of strength to the block work, because the block work is still suspect. You can see gaps. They don't run all the way through, and small cracks, but because it was never done properly to begin with, you could just see here, see the cracks running through there. It is a little suspect as far as the strength. So when the insulation is sprayed in there to the 2x4s, which are screwed down to the concrete, so we got screws down to the concrete, and then it's screwed up into the floor joist. That basically, pins everything up and down, and then when the insulation is done, it'll add a ton of strength to that. You could drive a truck over it when it's done. But the weakest part of the foundation is the rigidity, the strength for the outside wall when it freezes to push in. So this will offset that by adding some strength to the inside and help to push back the other direction. So anyway, that's kind of it for this week. Drywall was finished last week, paint this week, framing down here. So hopefully by this time next week, which will be Christmas, we'll do one more video for the end of the year after that. And hopefully the kitchen's installed. Countertops aren't until January, but they are going to measure them at the end of next week. The insulators will hopefully be here between Christmas and New Year, so it'll all be blue down here. But anyway, that's it for now. Pretty good week. Very happy with the way things are going. And stay tuned. More to come.